Okay. So somebody uses your account and racks up a bunch of shit on it, and then they come and they repossess your source of heat. Yeah, how convenient situations that have gone on. Okay, right there, I just woke up. Nobody knocked. They just started loading. It was before 9 a.m. So, this story rolls into, in my opinion, it rolls into back a few years ago, I think around 2015, sort of thing, maybe 16, 15, 14. I can't even fucking remember, it's been so long, but this story rolls back into a few years ago, and back when I was getting some house repairs done before I knew fully what gang stalking was. I was getting some house repairs done from the government's assistant. And that meant like not being cold for another winter, because there was 3 winters here in Saskatchewan, Canada, where we have some of the coldest, harshest winters. There was no heat in the house. I just had a space heater, and we had to tarp off like half the house, stuff like this. It was really rough in the winter anyways, right? I was unable to afford a new heating system, about 10 grand to replace it or what have you. So it went 3 winters, no heat. Then when the government program finally decided to kick in, because they classified that an emergency, but yet it still took 3 years to make the emergency complete. And then we had the propane hooked up. Before that, it was diesel fuel that heated the house, and I still have the diesel tank sitting outside. That was mine and all. But the propane system, it was a rental from the co-op people. Well, the rental was brought here for the furnace and such, and they're generally the number 1 people that you go to around here for that. There is nobody else that I'm aware of. And anyways, okay, so they bring it, and now we finally have heat in the winter. Yay! Then a couple more years go by. I think it was 3 years now that we've had this heat or so. And all of a sudden, magically, I have what's called a charge account with the co-op in town. And then you get, you pay $10 to have this. But the charge account is made directly with government assistance so that they can help pay for the fuel for me to stay warm in the winter, and my son, And anyways, okay, so that's how that works. But I paid for the co-op membership. It's $10 to pay them, and then every time you go there, they ask for your co-op number. You give it to them, and then you end up getting bonus check at the end of the year because of how much you spent there and this and that. And mind you, the one in town, it's a different co-op altogether than in the city. So in the city, I have a co-op account as well, and that's just same kind of thing. But the only part that was the charge thing allowed, I don't go in and charge up a bunch of shit or anything. I never have. It's not under my name. It goes directly to the government. So my beliefs is somebody in the inside of the co-op company gave some other buddy my co-op number, and I don't know how they did it, because to have a co-op number, I mean, you go in anywhere and people are always saying the co-op number out loud, and the cashier takes it and then it just goes into the system, no problem. But I don't know how they managed to, unless it was somebody in the inside, to hook up my number with some idiot that charged up about $1,800 worth of shit on my thing. And then now they say that I owe them for this. Yet I have receipts of the guy's name making minimal amount payments, like I think it was $38 or $48 or some shit like this. This was back in 2000 and maybe 18, 19 that this started happening. And I started getting these mail receipts of this guy's name on it and shit. So I kept it, and I went down to the co-op in town, and I got them to photocopy it, take all this information, told them the fucking scoop, and then they say, oh, there's gonna have to be some investigation done. Well, I would sure as fuck hope so. So they end up playing this fucking game, and then eventually I get some mail and a call about what do you call those fuckers that come and collect? Collection agency bullshit. Getting a hold of me because of this bullshit. So I tell them the scoop. They say, okay, well, we'll sort it out. So they're supposed to be sorting it out on their end. Meanwhile, another year goes by or so, and the co-op sends me another bill saying, you still haven't paid up, bitch. So I get a hold of them. There's a video about this shit somewhere about a year ago already. Where I get a hold of them and they totally gaslight me all the way and claim that they don't know what I'm talking about and bullshit like this. Of course they don't know what I'm talking about. They want to fucking continue to gaslight me, harass me, and then eventually come here like they have today and take the fucking tank away. So that no heat for you, bitch. Because they like this no heat for you, bitch situation with me. I mean, it ran for 3 years there, and then now here we are. In 2022, the same shit, different day, different pile, different story, but it all combines together. Where I have to sit down and make this fucking video and explain things as best of my ability as I can. And, yeah, just a bunch of horse manure. Okay, I'm gonna push pause and... Okay, I just want to add in too is that when I was getting the help with the government assistance to get things fixed up in the house, there's also electrical issues with this house. When they did the wiring, they did it in a gang stalking kind of manner, now that I see, because half the house doesn't work, and yeah. So they were looking into helping me get this place, back up to code and shit. All they did was gaslight me, harass me, and make frickin' estimates that I would do for them. They'd want like 3 estimates for each fucking project. Do you know how hard it is to get people to come out to the country to fucking do the work, never mind just to do a fucking estimate? So I finally got them to listen to that, and then they're, okay, well, we'll just get the best estimate. I send in all these fucking estimates, but then they all say that we didn't get no estimates, and they all disappear, and blah, blah, fucking blah, 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 along the way. And at the time, I was going nuts because I did not realize that it was gang stalking. I just knew something is very suspicious, and things don't add up. So I want to add that in here too. And when I say estimates, I mean estimates. Like, they found other things that were wrong. Like, what happened is there's a crack in my window from the land shifting when the house was first built. It put a big crack in the fucking living room window, whatever. The power, some of the lighting in there and the fucking bullshit, it doesn't work because of the power and that. So all of a sudden it's cause for alarm. All I wanted is to get the fucking heat in the house. But when it came down to it and the government program was trying to kick in, they were trying to get all these other things, like it's a big thing too, and we have to get it all done at one time. We can't just do your heat. We have to do everything all at once. Oh, and they wanted to fix up my fucking bathroom too, because the bathtub, like, from my water, from not having, from power failures, my water softening machine stopped working. And then I didn't have a water softening machine in the house for about a year or so, because it's like $1,200 or more to replace one of those things. And it just, when you don't have a whole lot of coin, that kind of shit has to wait. And the water is still fine to drink in that, but it'll make like your bathtub all yellow and your sink all yellow and stuff like that from the hard water. It's groundwater. So anyways, they wanted to make that a big deal. They wanted to make everything, these little fucking nitpicking bullshit things, a big deal. But they wouldn't just come and do one thing at a time. They wanted me to get the estimates for every fucking thing, and then we'll come. And then eventually, nothing got done except for the heat. Yeah. So, okay. I also forgot to mention they wanted to get the doors done too. Okay, so now I'm just going to roll with the rest of the footage that I have on them, or that fucker packing up the propane tank here. Okay. Crooked cunts. Crooked cunts. There. Crooked cunts. Because he parks on the road to finish jacking, so you didn't want me to record him or what, buddy? Dumb buggers. It's a fucking bullshit. That's where it's supposed to be. They repossessed the fucking propane tank. Cha. One good thing with having it gone is that this evergreen tree. It's okay, my girl, it's mum. Yeah, it's mum. And this evergreen tree can start to fucking grow now. So they put it in a stupid fucking place when they put it. Whatever. Yeah. Hey, Molly. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. That's a mum, hey? Yeah.